Today we're in Santa Clarita, which is a little bit north of Los Angeles, and behind me is a water pumping station. And this is sort of the base of one of the most, I think, one of the most interesting disasters. I think it's one of the worst man-made disasters in American history, and that is the St. Francis Dam disaster. And there's a little memorial for it over here, which I'll show you in a second. But this is the water pumping station closest to it. So over here is the actual memorial for the dam disaster. There's a cool old street sign. And back there is where the demons live. So St. Francis Dam and Reservoir. July 1923, studies of the site and preliminary designs are completed. The project provides additional water storage at the south end of the Los Angeles Aqueduct and south of the San Andreas Fault. In March 1924, work begins on a curved concrete gravity dam in the San Francisco Canyon. The first concrete is placed in August of 24. On March of 26, water from the LA Aqueduct is diverted into the reservoir for the first time. Its capacity is 38,168 acre feet. Construction is completed in May of 1926. On March 7th of 28, it reaches its maximum capacity elevation at 1,834.75 feet, 3 inches below the spillway. March 12, 1928, William Mulholland and Harvey Van Norman inspect the dam about noon after receiving a report of leaks and find no cause for alarm. It collapses at 11:57 p.m. March 13, 1928, LADWP housing complex and the San Francisco Power Plant number 2, located 7,300 feet downstream from the dam site, are completely destroyed with the exception of the twin hydroelectric turbines. Floodwaters take the lives of about 450 men and women and children. 63 are LADWP workers and family members. And that's a small estimate because a lot of the people were unaccounted for because they were laborers and etc. Over 450 lives were lost. They were finding bodies in Mexico from here. And we're close to Magic Mountain, the amusement park. So the water would have washed right over that amusement park area. And they say a lot of the deaths had to do with barbed wire, just catching people as it was going down to the ocean. So we're going to go on our way to see the actual dam location now. That's the Canyon Road. There's a viewpoint up there. I went up there once. I was about shit myself. It was so scary. I don't do well with heights. Okay, so we're going to head up in that direction, up to the dam site. So these roads are pretty windy, and it would have the water would have washed through this whole area. And off to the right, you'll see what looks like sort of natural rock formations, but they're actually pieces of the dam, like the size of a house, made it all the way, like a mile away from it. I mean, imagine the force. Look at that. There's another piece just down there. It's very green out here. In a couple of months, it'll be so fried out. But currently, it's really quite beautiful out here. Not only a couple of months out of the year does it look this way. Hi. So this is my my fantastic mask that was made for me by my friend Donna Lethal. But now the rules of social distancing are actually relaxed when we're in areas like this. You need to wear these if you're going to be around people, but if you're wandering around just like normal, it's absolutely fine when no one's around. And if anyone comes around, you pop it on. So behind me is the road to the ruin of the dam, and we're going to walk over there now to have a look at it. Now the dam, actually, you'll see the markings. It's kind of difficult to differentiate right now with the, because everything is green. But when we're down there, you can actually see the 2 points where the dam reached. The feel of this road is very, it's very zombie apocalypse, very Walking Dead. So it looks like, well, maybe we will. You're right. Maybe we'll have to turn back. Well, we're going to poke around and see if we can find another way in. All right, so that we kind of crapped out on that attempt. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk over to those. Oh, that was what we saw earlier. Those are the ruins of the dam. We're going to walk over to where those mountains are and try to get over to that road, which is the other end of that defunct road, which sort of disappears that way into where the dam was. So we're going to try that now. Those crosses down there. Looks like they might be. So this is the other end of that road, and we are going to walk it. And I know that this will hit the area where the dam was. What sucks is that we're going to probably walk another mile to get 50 feet from where we were the last time. Well, where we just were crawling around was way up there. See the road over there, just beyond those hills. So, and this is probably the easiest way. We should have done this to begin with, but we didn't know. No, it's not.
Yeah, it should be, It's going.
No, it stopped. Go 2, 3. It's stuck on 3. 5, 6. All right, so we literally walked up to this thing, and the other camera absolutely took a shit. I mean, it started wigging out, turning on and off, and we pushed record, and it would go at 1, 2 seconds, and it just stopped, but it was still saying 2 seconds. And you know what that means? That means to continue forward. That is a clear sign to keep going.
Yeah, it's skipping.
Incredible. We are on this alternate route using different mechanics because when we hit Blair Witch, everything seemed to wig out. But we saw a nice man just walk by, said he did the trip to the dam in this area, so we're gonna make it today. We will make it. That's the road up there where we were. The stuff you think is just landscape is still parts of the dam. Look at that. See, there's some more of the foundation. Well, the dam, I don't know if it's foundation. But... And we are still quite a distance. And you know what that means? It means keep going. That's where we were earlier, looking down on those white crosses that are just to the right of that large piece of wreckage. Ruin. We're just talking about how weird this road is because it's all falling apart, as you see, but there's still street signs that say turn out and no passing, and we saw double yellow lines that were repainted recently, so, or probably within the last 10 years. So I don't know how long this road has been discontinued. Watch your step, bitch. The kids, the frogs, a corona. There's some irony. How they even got it there, I don't know, or why, but you know what that means? It means keep going. This is it. This is the ruin of the dam. We made it. Took long enough. That's almost a whole day event. Wow, look at that. So this is where it fell. And wow. So this is it. If you look, the water level was all the way up there. That's where it broke from. And you could see how there's that pattern. Looks almost like a stairway over there. So that would have been the top of it over there. So I think we're standing at the base of it here. And you can see there. So the reservoir was all over here. They say it took a long time to fill it and 20 minutes to empty it. Imagine the sound that made. Oh yeah, there's a piece of the pipe, or there it is. And there was one piece of the dam left standing, and it stood there, and it was a tourist attraction, and I guess some kids that were messing around climbed to the top of it, and I think one of them threw a snake at the other one, or something that looked like a snake, and he flipped and fell and killed himself. So that's when they just blew up that one piece that was standing there, which is probably what we're standing on. Every stone that you see here is more than likely pieces of the dam. So this is it, we made it. It took us the day, but we got here.